Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Bahashim, Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who we will. Peace, love, and salutations to the whole full elect. This is your brother Dawodah from the Men of Valor Camp here in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video on sincerity and in truth, and Lord willing, it can be edifying. Okay, and back with another video. All right, I got a couple topics to go into. I'm gonna break them up though. All right, because there is a lot, of course, is always going on in the time of the prophecies being fulfilled. But this is concerning, this is this channel right here, Rethinking the Dollar, which came to my attention through Elder Apostle Tahar, or not, it's like Elder Apostle Gabar. All right, he did a video on it, speaking onto what could be going down. Oh, actually, Elder Apostle Tahar did videos on it as well about, the speculation of, national lockdown being announced between like August 11th and August 14th. All right, I've been seeing both of those dates. All right, I've been, like on Brand New Tube, those alternative media networks. I have been speaking on it as well. You don't see it as much on YouTube, or maybe not in such great detail, but this guy, all right, other than the fact that he's not teaching the gospel. All right, so he is in error as an Israelite. However, he's on point concerning what could be going on as far as a false flag. All right, if they announce this lockdown. All right, so I'm gonna move to the spirit, and I'm gonna let this play. All right, and if the spirit allows, I'll bring out precepts, and speak on certain things that he says. But without further ado.
Just want to take a quick minute and share some thoughts. I came across a post that's very eye-opening, to say the least, and has a lot to do with things we've been talking about before in regards to the possible false flag event that's going to occur this fall. And there's a lot more people talking about it, where it gives it a little bit more weight and something that we all should consider. So I actually just posted in the Telegram group as well as in the Discord page this particular post right here, and I'll read it to you. And this is from Brighton. It says, "The coming lockdown is designed to invoke nationwide protest, and here's why." It says, "Within the next 12 days, multiple sources have told us the pretender-in-chief, Joe Biden, will announce a nationwide lockdown, fraudulently blaming the current virus, as well as those that's not participating, for the overzealous action. The new lockdown will be perceived as so overreaching and totalitarian that nationwide protests will soon commence." Says this is actually part of the plan. The lockdown push is being engineered to invoke a backlash, even among leftists who will join the conservatives in taking to the streets to protest the medical tyranny. Says during this backlash, the corrupt Biden regime will roll out false flag events that are designed to permanently destroy the Bill of Rights, taking away citizens' firearms, and force mandatory injections at gunpoint nationwide. And so this little snippet here, I encourage you guys, take this, share it with your family and friends, just so it gives them something to chew on. Whether it's true, we don't know. But yeah, we all know that all the events that are taking place are leading towards something. And then I factor in what's going on around us. And so just based upon the conversation last night from one of the community members in Brisbane, Australia, who called in and basically shared what's going on on the ground there, it's no way in the world that they can have lockdowns in certain parts of Australia, lockdowns in the UK, lockdowns in Europe, and it not come here. But yet they always...
Right. Okay, and like I said, this man, the first 2 minutes, all right, it's on point. Okay, and it lines up completely with prophecy. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could be going on. All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, as the scriptures tell us, man. We're walking and being circumspect. All right, seeing what this devil is doing. All right, because as the notion has been the whole summer of, okay, you don't got to wear masks. People are getting the Vanessa. People are traveling again. People are going to concerts, going to sports events, all these different things. And in the back, basically the latter end of it, which we're coming into now, would be, all of a sudden the cases are surging again. So they're going to need to lock everything right back down. They posted, several articles saying that America's, basically getting 100,000 new cases a day. All right. And which is, the biggest surge since like February, right before, springtime. So, we see what's going on through the spirit. We see that they're trying to pull this. All right. And, they could with them announcing a national lockdown. All right, they on a national level, he said what so totalitarian that people are going to take to the streets. People are not going to be with it. And that could happen as well because this devil's whole notion is bringing about order from chaos, and all you need to do is have that right event. All right, tell these people they got to go back indoors. All right, and an even harder lockdown than before. All right, because they want to get the same result here as they're getting in Australia, throughout Europe. Of these people basically protesting these lockdowns. So they're gonna eventually bring in those UN peacekeepers, man. This is all a part of Revelations 12:12, man. This devil coming down with that great wrath because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Lord willing, I get that, but at this point, y'all know the scripture. All right, we in that time. And this could be going on within the next week. All right, they could bring about that. And from the news of that, it could tank the stock market, man. It could be a multitude of things that happen from this. We don't know. All right, the scriptures say to watch and be sober, man. And we're in the time right now where prophecy is being fulfilled. So through the Spirit, if we go back into lockdown, man, that's gonna be that damn that nail on the coffin, so to speak. It's gonna kickstart and speed up a lot of things because. You're talking about insurrection, which that's scriptural. Lord willing, I get that. The Lord is setting the Egyptian against the Egyptian, because America's known as spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt. All right, so the inhabitants thereof here in Babylon the Great would be known as spiritual Egyptians, right? So hey, man, prophecy is being fulfilled. I'm gonna play some more.
Some type of event, and the door opener to the whole domestic terrorist, pushback against conservatives and those that love their country, i.e. the patriots, is an event. And I remember going back to January 6th, and well before then, I myself was talking about the possibility of going down to DC just to get some footage as well as just get a chance to see what's going on down there. But within a couple moments of that time, I'm like, well, hold on, that would be a great time to get everybody together at one time and to have something go down that would lead to something that would benefit them. And here we had the infiltrators, those that are part of the establishment who came in deliberately, destroyed stuff, and everyone got blamed for it. And then
right, those agent provocateurs that have been set up, all right, because so you can go back to like he's going to mention the BLM protest. All right, you had agent provocateurs, those they could be officers, they could be CIA, they could be FBI, but they're in street clothes. And they're causing, they're helping provoke the insurrection. All right, giving the people, all right, a little bit of a boost, a little bit of that courage to go out and act as the way that these agent provocateurs are acting as well. Which will what? Eventually it's going to lead to looting. All right, they're going to ransack these different stores. As scripture say, the storehouses are going to be empty. It says suddenly, right? And like I said, all this is falling into prophecy, into the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, because the Lord declared the end from the beginning. So he said this was going to happen. He quickened us to understand that this is going to happen and to warn his sheep, so that we don't get caught up in this, because the mass majority of people, they're going to be overtaken with their emotions, and, it's going to cause them to act irrationally. Not to mention, all right, what's within those people that have taken the Vanessa, which has come out of graphene oxide, which is basically a semiconductor for it allows the human body to become basically like an antenna for 5G. All right, and if you refer back to the movie Kingsman, what happened when they turned that vibration up, it caused people to be violent. So they could do that. And because of that, they could bring about the lockdown. Or hey, we don't know how it's gonna happen, but hey, just keep your eyes peeled. All right, on this next week, man. Lord willing, it's a very heavy week, man. Lord willing, they do this. All right, because the quicker this happens, man, the Lord is about to stand up. All right, the Lord is about to put a stop and an end to all of this.
Another event would be the whole Black Lives Matter stuff from last summer in particular, where you had, individuals that were killed, and then you had people actually protesting with good intentions of wanting justice. And so people were actually in the streets, I think it was Minnesota if I'm not mistaken, and they were infiltrated with bad actors, bad people who were sent there directly to to cause chaos. And of course, we know who that is. We saw video footage of, people fully covered up, literally burning buildings down and throwing rocks and bricks and being called out because people are like, hey man, what are you doing here? This is not what we're here for, type of thing. So it looks like this upcoming fall, the framework is being laid for the narrative of a lockdown, and everybody's going to get conditioned for this, whether you left, right, no matter what you are party associated with. You will be confronted with the fact that your governor might look to try to dial back and shut down, and they want to get everybody on the streets. And why? So that people can hit the streets and protest, and then of course you sprinkle some bad actors amongst them, and then you bring those bad actors out there. And in certain states, it's going to be bad actors and groups that are paid to come out there armed. And those armed groups will be marching peacefully, of course, but then you're going to have...
Hey, NFIC, we already know, like, Grandmaster Jay was set up. All right, and hey, through the Spirit, we know that persecution is going to come upon the Hebrew Israelites. All right, those that are of the correct doctrine and those that are in error. But nonetheless, man, they can have these damn groups that have been bought and paid for to go out and have armed protests, and then the whole ministry gets blamed, man. Because we know that persecution is part of end time prophecy as well.
Some there or some agents, and some type of event is going to happen. So based upon that little bit of article there, the idea of a false flag event, that false flag event is designed to, as it says here, to take away the Bill of Rights, take away our firearms, and then continue on with their agenda, all in the disguise of keeping pace with this narrative of stopping the variants, as well as those that are not participating. So I thought I would just share this little visual aid real quick. Take this, share with your family and friends, give them something to think about, because there's a lot more to this than we're being told, but yet they need an event. They need an event. They're setting the narrative for the possibility of a lockdown. If they try to lock down, you're going to have people, good and bad, hitting the streets, and then the bad actors will definitely create a situation where the government will feel like they have to respond. And then we're seeing what's happening in Australia. The fact that the military has been called in to keep the peace and to make sure people stay in their house. You better believe you got protesters and you got bad actors infiltrated who be carrying guns on the streets. Something's going to happen in the streets where they're going to use that as the final nail in the coffin to try to say that, we need to protect people from the guns. We need to protect people from themselves because they're not participating. And this is all within that 30-day window that I was talking about over the weekend. And so as of right now, if you look at all the articles, like the World Health Organization came out talking about the need to not provide booster shots right now until the rest of the world gets their initial dose. And they said around September 30th or give or take. And then we got the whole New York situation where they're trying to get everybody injected within a 30-day window. So 30 days, man, is that time frame. But yet, we'll see what plays out. But I thought I would just give you this cool little rant here, give you this visual aid here, share with your family and friends so they can see what's going on. And, hey, let them make decisions from there. But other than that, you know what to do. Double down.
All right. Which, like I said, it was some good information that came from that, man. All right, but we filter everything through the scriptures. But what he was saying was scriptural, man. We're in the time of the Lord bringing these prophecies to pass, man. Let's get this. Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. All right, what does that insinuate? Lockdowns, man. Also in 2 Ezra 15, what's up, Lord willing, I get next, about a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, man. These lockdowns, these martial law being declared, you can't leave your house. They're going to put everybody back on lockdown. That's what's coming, But it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? All right, nobody's going to be working soon. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, right? Let's grab this real quick. Let me get this in Isaiah 24. Because this is beautiful what the Lord is doing, man. This is Isaiah 24. In verse 7, it says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh, right? Those that, the merry-hearted, man, the happy-go-lucky, especially them Edomites living in pleasure here, all of them are about to sigh soon. It says, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, the joy of the heart ceaseth. They shall not drink with wine with a song, and strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Okay? It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right? Hey, the mirth. All right. You know, it says what? Every house is shut up. You know, these lockdowns are coming, man. You know, that mirth is straight up ending in this place. It says there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, man. It's gone. Okay? You had your little summer. Now they about to lock you back down. All right? They about to do some dirty shit to you people, especially when they call in those UN troops. All right? And we just want to see it play out. But, hey, the hopeful elect, we're not going to be caught up in this. All right? The Lord is going to provide a way for us to escape. Provide a way for us to provide for our families. You know, the Lord said his servants shall eat. I feel like I mentioned that damn near every video nowadays. You know, but it's the truth. Okay? But it says, verse 12, and the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. All right, and ultimately that's going to translate into full-on, you know, thermonuclear destruction that's going to come upon here in Babylon the Great. All right, but I want to get to the meat of it. You know, in 2 Corinthians 15, and verse, right to the point. Verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right, the world, because this is a world thing, man. All right, what the Lord is about to bring is worldwide judgment. And he's going to use Esau, Edom, all right, and the wicked elite, all right, which he controls through his left-hand side by way of the spiritual demon Satan. All right, that's how he's going to bring and put you and force you people into submission. All right, force hell upon you people. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, right? And who's the Lord's sword? Esau, Edom. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. Actually, verse 15 again. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And did you not hear the guy speak on, you know, them bringing these agent provocateurs? Now, it might start off as that, but best believe you still have these paramilitary men, all right, that don't, you know, that believe that the government is fucking them over, which they are, and they're going to stand up. And what's the modern day sword? The gun. So you're going to have armed protests, man. Which is why ultimately, you know, and for they might have the National Guard at first, then they might have the military over here, but soon, all right, Americans are not going to kill Americans to a certain extent, so they're going to have to call in those UN troops. Okay, so it says once again, the swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see that? So, hey, you know, there's going to be sedition. You know, you're going to have these people that don't give a fuck what the government talking about. We're not going back in the lockdown. We're not closing our businesses back down. You know? It says, verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Hey, martial law will be declared, so I can be declared, man. It's going to be declared at some point. And we know it's sooner rather than later. See, you people thought shit was all sweet. And I've said that many times before as well. All right, but hey, that biggest aha moment, all right, or I told you so moment is coming. You know? And we're more concerned about our people, but our people don't want to get it. They too busy living their damn life too. So, hey, to hell with them. All right? Hey, the Lord said, pray not for this people. You know? When they out here hollering and fucking, you know, begging for mercy from this devil, man, the devil not going to show him any mercy. The Lord is going to utterly smack the hell out all these damn 2/3, man. Straight. It says, verse 17 again, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And if men are going to be afraid, all right, if whatever's coming upon this earth is going to make men afraid, how much more the fucking women, man? But that's another video. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. What? Famines are coming. And for great tribulation. All right, the hell that the Lord is about to put upon you people by way of Esau, Edom. So, hey, you know, that's what's coming upon this place, man. That's what's coming upon here. And it's sooner rather than later. We just got to see what's going to happen, man. But Lord willing, you know, the Lord allows this, you know, to happen. Okay? There's really now or never for this damn devil. You know? He knows he needs to make a move like right now. All right, he sees the elect waking up. All right, and people just are more hip to his folly and his bullshit. You know, they're snapping out of it, so to speak. But that's the overwhelming spirit of Yahweh Shah that's coming back on the earth. First of all, by way of his men, right? So, you know, hey, you know, I just say, hey, watch, watch, man, stay prayed up. But our Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.